Trump is turning the federal government into his own piggy bank. Senate Dems are going to stop him. Trump's nearly $2 billion MAGA slush fund and the blank check he gave himself and his family to evade all taxes is one of the most depraved schemes ever launched by a president. I can't think of any other one that competes in its depravity, its gall, and its just disdain for the American people. This corruption is in broad daylight. It's self-dealing with the government seal. Trump sued his own government, had his own Justice Department settle the case, and is now trying to use taxpayer dollars to pay off his MAGA allies, billionaire buddies, and cop-beating insurrectionists. And let's be clear, Trump has not killed this slush fund. He has not revoked the special tax immunity he gave himself and his family. He has not ended the corruption. He hit a temporary roadblock. That's it. Any toothless promise by Trump is worthless. His promises are worthless. The only way to end this scheme is abolish it by law. And that's what we, Democrats, will fight to do. If Republicans bring their reconciliation bill up this week, the very first amendment I will offer will be to ban Trump's slush funds permanently and revoke his family's free rein to commit tax fraud forever. Trump doesn't get to make off with at least $100 million his family owes on unpaid taxes. He doesn't get to use your tax dollars to pay off MAGA insurrectionists. If Republicans are really concerned about Trump's corruption, then prove it. Support the amendment to ban the slush fund and Trump's blank check to commit tax fraud. This corruption is too blatant for half measures, too dangerous for toothless promises, too rotten, too very rotten to let stand. Now on the Pulte appointment. This morning, Trump appointed Bill Pulte to serve as acting director of national intelligence, something that should send a shiver down the spine of everyone. Bill Pulte has proven himself willing to act as a Trump political puppet, filing baseless, outrageous, politically motivated charges on Trump's behalf. And now Trump wants to put him in charge of intelligence? Americans need an intelligence chief to be loyal to the facts. If you're not loyal to the facts and intelligence, you're not protecting our security. He needs the intelligence and security teams to pay attention to the security of the nation, not to the political interests of one man, which is what Pulte has done over and over and over again, just paid attention to the political interests of one man. At a time of growing threats around the world, Trump's choice makes one thing clear. He's not looking for independent intelligence. He's looking for political validation. The intelligence community exists to protect the American people, not to serve as another instrumentality of presidential retribution. Republicans should be speaking out swiftly and loudly. The job is too important. Senator Merkley.
President Trump's Cash for Cronies Fund sets an American record in corruption. Think about the Teapot Dome. What did that involve? A $400,000 loan and bribe given to an Interior Secretary to do a lease to oil companies for oil and gas in Teapot Dome, Wyoming. $400,000. Definitely corruption, but nothing on the scale of Trump's Cash for Cronies. Or how about Jack Abramoff? That resonates in many of our memories. Golfing trips and fancy dinners. He was characterized as the man who bought Washington. That just constitutes pennies in the couch compared to the scale of a president suing himself, giving himself $1.8 billion to hand out to his cronies and supporters. You know, I asked the acting Attorney General about the structure he was setting up for this fund. And he said, well, there would be guidelines passed. And I asked him if he would insist that the guidelines include that folks who attacked police officers on January 6th could not get payments. And he demurred and wouldn't answer the question. I asked if he'd just encourage those who would be on this group of 5 that would control this fund, or whether they would set guidelines to ensure people who had hurt, injured, assaulted police officers would not be funded. And again, he refused to answer. Who knows where this money would go, but here's what we do know. The Constitution, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7, it says no funds shall be taken from the Treasury, but by consequence of appropriations made by law. And yes, there is a law that allows a modest fund to be used by the administration, any administration, for settlements, but settlements conducted according to set rules that defy corruption. And this breaks all the rules, suing yourself and delivering yourself $1.8 billion. So we will do everything we can to put a stake through the heart. I mean, this isn't just a corrupt act, it's a symbol of the corruption that this administration has engaged in time and time and time again. Corruption that's driving up costs for all Americans. Corruption that's creating cynicism for our children about the future of our democratic republic. And we've got to end it, and we will.
Thank you. Senator Merkley. Yes, right there, right here, this young man.
On Graham Plattner, are you satisfied with the explanations he's given for the controversies his campaign has faced right now? Are you concerned about what we've heard?
I met with Graham Plattner today. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Yes.
So you're saying that Janet Mills, your preferred candidate, there's been rattlings that she should get back in. You're standing behind Graham Plattner, to be clear here?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate.
Does
Yes.
Democrats sticking behind Graham Plattner, does that hurt their credibility in attacking Ken Paxton?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Any other subject you got? Any other subject? Yes, yes, you right there.
Do you believe that Janet Mills should unsuspend her campaign?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Last one.
You have not said if you're still endorsing Graham Plattner. Are you still supporting Graham Plattner?
As I said, I endorsed Graham Plattner. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate.